Hey guys, and welcome to a final bonus episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. So after the last episode where we completed the game on our first blind playthrough, I quickly looked up on the Wikipedia of if there were any other alternate endings, and after learning that there was, I went back and restarted the game over, and basically how to get this ending is that you spend time with all of the girls equally. And so what that means is, let's say if we start the game, we write 3 poems for Sayuri, and then we get all of the fun shenanigans in between, and then we restart back to the day where we were writing the first poem. Then we write 3 poems for Yuri, restart, and then write 3 poems for Natsuki. And then from there, after spending time equally with all 3 girls and seeing all their special scenarios in between, then you continue on with the main game. So seeing as how I already played the full game, I kind of just skipped through, and now we're here at the ending after we deleted Monica, and yeah, let's dive right in and see what this ending is. New game. It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Hey, Kuri. Well, there already is one girl. That girl is Sayuri, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day, and recently we've picked up that habit once again. Kuri, are you proud of me? Eh? For what? You know, for waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never said anything about it. Even though we walk to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayuri. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Kuri, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not... I start to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs. But something tells me Sayuri would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time when she's starting a club of her very own? Actually, yeah. I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo. You meanie. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. But I started to realize that in a way, I envy her. When Sayuri puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see... I recall the room number on the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Ah, Kuri? What are you doing here? Well, I just... I glance around the room. Huh. So you're the Kuri that Sayuri's always talking about? Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Kuri. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Ah. Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. So far, it seems to be the exact same as the ending that we got last time, so I don't know how it's gonna branch off from here. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Kuri, don't tell me. You're... That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes light up. No way! No way! Ah! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah. After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise! Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wah! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and the little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! Wow, those look amazing. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro, after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Kuri, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Hey, Yuri. Eh? Well, about, you know, the first thing he said. Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't just say it! For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, you know? So if Kuri wants to to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. He can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Kuri? Maybe. Sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. And we'll all get to know each other a little bit better too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah. You're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make 2 of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. Then as for Yuri... Eh? I have to read manga? Jeez. You were the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself. I'm sorry for disrespecting your interests, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No. I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so... Yeah, me too. This is so cute. Sayori, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes. I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along. Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Kuri. You think so? Alright, I think this is the part in the last playthrough where things were like super vanilla and innocent up until this moment, and then they started going downhill when Sayori noticed her ability that Monica had to be just like omniscient and just understand everything. So... Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Aw, Kuri. Don't say something like that, it's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club. But I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, Kuri. I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything. But the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for spending so much time with us all. You worked so hard to make each and every one of us happy. You comforted us through our hard times, and you helped us all get along with each other. Do you get it, Kuri? Because I'm president now, I understand everything. You really didn't want to miss a single thing in this game, did you? Yep, she knows now. You saved and loaded so many times just to make sure you could spend time with everyone. Only someone who truly cares about the literature club would go that far. But all along, that's all I ever wanted. For everyone to be happy and care about each other. It's kind of sad, you know? After all you've done for us, there isn't much I can do for you in return. we've already reached the end of the game. So, this is where we say goodbye. Thank you for playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm going to miss you, Kuri. Come visit sometime, okay? We'll always be here for you. We all love you. I think that's Monica.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it. So yeah.
Here we go again.
Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you.
I actually really love this song.
Down into a dark puddle.
It's just so sad.
Move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day? Have I found everybody a fun assignment to do today?
First CG with Natsuki.
When you're here, everything that we do is fun.
So as you write poems for each of these girls, you kind of go through these scenarios with them. The second one is when we were trying to fetch the manga out of the closet. Now this one is if we write a first poem for Yuri, and then this happens when you write a second poem for her, and you feed a little bit of chocolate into her mouth. And this is unlocked when you go on a date with Natsuki, and then you bake the cupcakes together. And this image happens when you decide to go to Yuri instead. And she comes over and you work on like lighting and stuff. And this is what happens when you tailor your poems for Sayori. The first one, like, her blouse isn't buttoned, so you help her. The second one, she kind of like has an accident similar to Natsuki, and you get her a little apple juice as like an ice pack. And this is what happens when you tell Sayori that you love her. And last but not least, Monica. Special thanks, Monica Yukuri.
If I don't know how to love you, I'll leave you be.
I'll leave you be. Different letter, instead of from Monica, to the special player who achieved this special ending. For years I have been enamored by the ability of visual novels, and games in general, to tell stories in ways not possible using traditional media. Doki Doki Literature Club is my love letter to that. Games are an interactive art, so some let you explore new worlds, some challenge your mind in brand new ways, some make you feel like a hero or a friend, even when life is hard on you. Some games are just plain fun, and that's okay too. Everyone likes different kinds of games. People who enjoy dating sims may have a heightened empathy for fictional characters, or they might be experiencing feelings that life has not been kind enough to offer them. If they are enjoying themselves, then that's all that matters. That goes for shooting games, casual games, sandbox games, anything. Preferences are preferences, and our differences are the reason we have a thriving video game industry. My own favorite games have always been ones that challenge the status quo. Even if not a masterpiece, any game that attempts something wildly different may earn a special place in my heart. Anything that further pushes the limitless bounds of interactive media. I extend my true gratitude to all those who have taken the time to achieve full completion. I hope you enjoyed playing it as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you for being a part of my literature club. Love, Dan Salvato. What he says here is absolutely true. And I love how like his angle of writing this game kind of like echoes Natsuki's like her plot, like her story, and how like she always fears that people are going to criticize her for liking manga, and she truly enjoys it. And at the end of the day, who is it harming? No one. Like let people enjoy the things that they like. And so obviously Dan understood that, and I think so like Natsuki's kind of like her struggle and her conflict are coming from Dan himself as well. And I just really love that, as he said himself, this was a love letter to interactive media, specifically visual novels, and he really understands the visual novel genre to have made a game this effective, this emotional, and this much fun. Like, everything from putting things in the background that your eyes aren't naturally drawn to because you're focused on reading the text at the bottom of the screen, loading and saving. Like, had I not looked up on the Wikipedia of like I had to like save and interact with all the girls, like I would have never guessed. But like in this game, that's just how he implemented that thing. Because like in other visual novels, if people don't get what they want, they go to a previous save point and they try things differently. And so it was very creative for him to implement that into Doki Doki. Just this game is, he said that it might not be a masterpiece, but like as long as it tried with a lot of heart, then the game will earn a special place in his heart. This game comes very close to that. He has created something really, really thought-provoking and innovative. And I think the term masterpiece is kind of thrown around very easily these days, but it comes very close for now. If I were to give some time to really think about this some more, I'm pretty sure I'd know more for sure. But for now, I definitely think it's very close to a masterpiece. Wonderful, terrific game. And I had a lot of fun playing through it. And of course, error, script file is missing or corrupt. Please reinstall the game. Anyways, that is it for Doki Doki Literature Club. We've covered the entire game. We've got the first ending, which is kind of considered the normal ending, and this second ending that you guys just saw is called the true or good ending, where, your actions with all of the girls made Sayuri realize that, she wasn't going to become possessive of the MC, and she kind of really appreciated that you spent your time equally with everyone and tried your best to please everyone and not just one-sidedly form a relationship with one girl and then excluding the two other girls, including Monica. And so, really, really fun game. I cannot recommend it enough. Alright, so that is it for Doki Doki Literature Club. I've had some trouble with kind of like finding the time to record this game, just because it's been very tedious, and in that time I've kind of accidentally started a game that was supposed to replace this game before I actually finished it, and that game is Valkyria Chronicles. That's on me. I was just a bit impatient, and I think that came because I'm currently playing through 2 visual novels right now, so One was Doki Doki, and the other one was Summer Rose Court. And while I love playing these two games, and I love both of them, just the amount of reading in these two visual novels became like very tedious. And when like doing it, like I'm not very great at like reading aloud, you know, it's like a skill that I haven't practiced in school. So like when it came close to, you know, recording these final 2 episodes of Doki Doki, you know, I just thought maybe I'm just gonna start a new game instead, because like I want to take a break. And you know, that's just on me that I started the game that was supposed to replace this before I actually finished it. But now that you guys are officially done with Doki Doki Literature Club, you guys can jump to the episodes that I've recorded for Valkyria Chronicles. It's a very fun game. If you haven't heard about it, I would recommend watching the prologue to see if that interests you. So anyways, thank you all so very much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you all on the next episode of Valkyria Chronicles. Until then, we all love you.